Hello, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing our October 2016 reading for Pisces. And we are going to be using one different deck today. So the original deck that we'll use, which I always use, is my Archangel, or my Angel Tarot deck. It's by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And then I'll be using Archangel Michael to give you a little bit more guidance. And the new deck I'm introducing this month is Power Animals. So this is a deck by Stephen Farmer, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Like, I really, really am enjoying it, and it's bringing forth some great information. I'm just getting a lot more that animals are important to us right now, and so this is more guidance for you in relation to animals that have wisdom for you as we go forward. So let's go ahead and get started. We have your theme of the month, which is the Page of Air. And the air cards are all about the head or the intellect, kind of like what's going on upstairs is what I like to say. And this is a duality card. So on the one hand, it's about a person. On the other hand, it's about a circumstance or an experience. And the person, if you think of air people, you know, they are, of course, intellectual, right? They're more intelligent, that type of thing. But this air person is someone that's very curious. They can be very impulsive. They also are open and honest, and sometimes to a fault. And what I mean by that is sometimes they're very blunt, and the way they deliver information is not the best. And that's part of what's coming through for you in the month of October. Part of the theme that is about some delays that you may be experiencing this month. And just it being a little bit frustrating because things aren't happening as quickly as you would like in the month of October. And there may just be, you know, some shifts or changes in what you had thought was going to happen and what actually happens, okay? And part of this is an alignment thing. So sometimes you weren't fully aligned with what you were trying to do. And so the way this comes through, it doesn't come through smoothly, okay? And so I do feel like you're going to get some information this month that is going to be a bit challenging for you. And challenging can be like, it's not what you want to hear, right? That can be challenging. It can also be just like, oh wow, this is something I haven't dealt with before. And so you have to think on your feet, you have to think more quickly, that type of thing. Or the other piece of it, it can be just like, you know, surprise news that it's just like, oh man. So that can be like a family member illness or, you know, something in regards to that. So that's sort of your theme for the month. The other thing that I'm getting for you guys is to sort of keep your shields up. And what I mean by that is really to make sure that you're keeping your energy field clean and clear because of everything that's happening, and you do tend to be empathic and picking things up from other people. So it's really, really important that you keep your energy field clear this month, and you know, you can do that in a number of different ways. Of course, the sword that I'm seeing is about cutting cords and keeping yourself clear that way, but also using sage to clear yourself, salt baths, that type of thing is going to be very important in the month of October for you. Okay. And that's basically so that you can keep up with everything, because it's, for all of us, things are picking up and it's a wild flippin' ride. I was just communicating with a friend of mine about this, and it's like, holy Hannah, like hang on for dear life because things are really taking off. So it's getting to be a little bit crazy, but we'll see what is coming through for you guys, because you guys have, you know, that sort of energy of things, just shifting or changing for you, and so we'll see what comes through around that. Okay, so we have oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm clearing some energy for you guys, I think. Oh, as it come through. Oh, excuse me. Bless me, right? So I am clearing some energy for you guys. Apparently that happens every once in a while. At the end of one of my last readings, there was something that came through and I was yawning like mad, which is one of the ways that I tend to clear energy. Like when I'm doing the EFT or the tapping, I clear energy through yawning a lot, and that was happening in this last reading. So sneezes is another way that I do that. So I'm clearing some energy for you. So you're welcome. We have the Knight of Fire coming through, and the fire cards are all about passion and action. And I always think too about fame and reputation, because that's our fire element with feng shui. And this is a duality card again. So on the one hand about a person, on the other hand about a circumstance or experience. So fire people, just in general, are people that are very magnetic. They can be people that you are sort of drawn to, right? Kind of like that moth to a flame type of thing. The Knight of Fire in particular is a little bit more on the adventurous, restless side of things. Can be, not as, maybe not as settled or sure of themselves as like a King of Fire would be. But they do have self-confidence. So they are, they do have that air about them a bit, but, just not quite to the effect of the King of Fire that has that. The other thing about this person, and I do feel like this is a man, so I'm feeling like this is more masculine energy, and it may be a woman that's just more masculine or in her masculine more, but what I'm sensing is just sort of a masculine energy around this. And what's coming through around this is that this person is going to present, and so this is a past card, which is kind of the basis of the situation, things that may have already been happening for you. So I feel like this is someone that you already know. And they may have presented an opportunity to you, or they've given you some information, that type of thing. And what I'm seeing around this is that it's something that's attractive to you, like you see potential in it, you see the possibilities, and yet you're not feeling completely aligned with it, if that makes sense. And so what they're wanting you to do is you are going to need to make a decision, okay? That's one of the things that's coming up. You are going to need to make a decision, and it's something that you need to do, fairly quickly, but they want you to think it through, okay? And thinking it through, to me, is more about getting in alignment. Like, is it in alignment? Does this feel right and true to me? Is it a hell yes? And if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. Okay, so I'm really making sure that you are being authentic and genuinely connecting with yourself, and rather than trying to do things to please other people. Okay, it's most important that you please yourself, is what's coming through around this. Okay, so that is our Knight of Fire. So then we have the present, what you need to know or work on right now. And this is the Two of Fire. And the fire cards, again, passion and action. And the two is about partnership. So in Feng Shui, that is, the two is about partnership. And this is about forging partnerships with it can be forging a partnership with one other person or with a group of people. And I do see like contracts being signed. I see and this is a new partnership that I see coming through. And part of it is this is how you're going to move forward. So it's really going to be a vehicle to help you move forward, is what I'm seeing this partnership related to. And the other piece about this is it allows you to fully step into who you really are. Okay. And what I mean by that is sometimes you Pisces have been sort of cloaking yourself a little bit, so sort of protecting your gifts, if you will. And this is like the month of October is about taking that coat off and just letting yourself be out fully into the world with your gifts. Okay, so really stepping into that and being fully out there as to what you're meant to be doing. Okay. And again, they're bringing through the protection, so keeping your energy field clear and clear is going to be super important for you to be able to do your work and move forward. And that just is another thing that's coming up. I keep seeing that, like they keep coming back and saying, remind them they need to keep their energy field clear. Remind them need to keep your energy field clear, right? That type of thing. Okay, and then we have the Hermit card, which is the 9, and this is about, Hermit, Archangel Raziel, this is about going within. Okay, so it's super important, even though there's sort of chaos going on around you in the month of October and lots of things going on. It is so important that you stick to doing your meditations, that you continue with those self-care rituals that keep you grounded, and continue to go within to get that spiritual understanding, if you will. And what this is really about is everything that's happening, you're learning about yourself through it, okay? So this is, you know, it's a time of self-discovery is a big piece of it, but it's also about, it can be also about you teaching this to others, okay, and sharing what you're learning with others as you move forward. So it's kind of like you following the light bulb, and then you're like sharing that with someone else, with other people as well, okay. So the moon energy is very important for you in the month of October as well, and so just paying attention to those moon cycles is going to be important for you too in the month of October. All right, so let's move forward with Archangel Michael and see what he has to bring forth for you for the month of October. All right, so we've got the self-respect card, and typically when this comes up, this is about making sure that above all else that you are respecting yourself. And what Michael means by this is about respecting your boundaries, okay? About respecting your personal care time, your rituals, about respecting your time, that type of thing. And so it's really, really important that you're still making time to do your self-care, you're making time to clear your energy field, you are respecting, you know, having other people respect your boundaries around things. So this doesn't mean, like, for those of you that, you know, well, anybody that's working, right? This sometimes what can happen is you just feel like you need to help everyone at every moment, okay? And it feels like you just like, oh, I'm here to serve, right? You're here to serve. And that is true. And you are also here to respect yourself and serve yourself first, okay? Because if you get yourself too worn out, you are not going to be any good to anyone. And so that's really, they're just wanting you to, Michael is wanting you to know that your first priority is to yourself, okay? So super important there. All right, and then we have honor and trust your feelings. So what you need to know or work on right now is about trusting the feelings that you're getting, okay? So this can be if you get a feeling in your body, like you're getting, you know, pain in your body, or a sensation in your body, or an emotion comes up for you. So when an emotion comes up, it's information, right? It's information for you. And the reason it's coming up is so that you can take a look at it, right? It's not for you to shove it under the rug. It's not for you to like push it down and be like, oh no, I'm not feeling that. Feel the emotion. Okay, actually take some time to actually feel what you're feeling. So many people are not doing this on a regular basis, and it's really, really important. So this is another key piece to the self-respect. It's about honoring and trusting your feelings, okay, and what's coming up for you. Okay, and then we have new beginnings and a fresh start. So this is a future card, which I typically feel like means later in the month of October and even going beyond that. It is about a new beginning. It's about a fresh start. And what this essentially means for you is that you are going to be in a lighter plane. So what I mean by that is at a higher vibration, you're going to be attracting different people into your life. You're going to be attracting, you know, if you own your own business, attracting a higher caliber of client. You are going to be attracting opportunities that are at a level that you have not experienced before, things that are going to be coming up that are just like, whoa, right? So just know that this is an elevation that you are fully supported at, okay? And the new beginnings and this freshness that's coming in for you is good. It's all good, okay? And embrace that and be open to that, all right? And then we're going to use our power animals. I can't wait to see what animals come forth for you guys. Super excited about this. It is the most gorgeous fall day here in Minnesota today. I just have to say, fall is one of my favorite times of year, and today is absolutely stunning. It's, like about 65, 70 degrees and just bright blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. The sun is out, the leaves are changing. It is gorgeous. So wherever you are in the world, if you're having a beautiful day, please get outside and enjoy it. That is something that's going to be important. Okay, so we have got the Dove card, which is about serenity, okay? And this is about slowing down and taking a deep breath. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on because that is the energy that we're in right now. And what the reminder is from Dove for you is about taking time, slowing down, and breathing, okay? Super important. Deep breath in and blowing that out. Anytime you start to feel like, oh, I don't have enough time for all of this, or you're just feeling uneasy, or whatever it is that's feeling off, take some time to take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in and blowing it out. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and blowing it out. Super important to keep that, because you always have that inner serenity, right? So no matter how choppy the waters are on the surface, underneath it all, down here, it's always calm, right? And you can go to that place anytime that you need to during the day. And this is the reminder of Dove, to find that serenity whenever you need that, okay? And then we have the Swan card, which is grace. And this is just a beautiful card, and it is about finding the beauty within you and all around you. And so it's really about, I feel like this connects a bit to Archangel Jophiel, who's our, she's sort of our beauty angel. But this is, when you see a swan and how graceful they are, right? Finding that grace within you, because you have that as well. You are part swan. You have that beautiful gracefulness inside of you. And to find that beauty, look for the things that are beautiful. What went well for you today? What did you do right today? Instead of beating yourself up for what didn't happen, what did you do? Like today, I acknowledge myself for, right? This is something that comes from... I could remember the book. I can't remember of it. I think is it Rhonda Byrne? Rhonda Britton. There we go. Sorry. Rhonda Britton. It comes from her book, and it is about, acknowledging yourself. What today I acknowledge myself for, and then what are the things that you acknowledge yourself for? What did you do today? Maybe you got outside and walked. Yay! That's acknowledgement, right? Maybe you sent an email. Yay, that's acknowledgement. So that type of thing, and that's what they are wanting you to do. All right. And then the buffalo is coming through, and this is abundance. Pisces, this is abundance, and this is letting you know that you are provided for. Your financial needs are provided for, and there is an abundance there for you. And in all ways. So not just an abundance of money, but you have an abundance of support. You have an abundance of, spiritual guidance available to you. You have an abundance of opportunities. There's all kinds of different things that you have an abundance of around you, okay? So that is just what they're wanting to bring forth for you for the month of October. So that's all I have for you for this month. I want you to make sure you take time to relax, have fun, and enjoy your month. And if you're interested in getting more, because I do a deep dive reading, you can buy the single reading for $5.55, super cheap, less than a cup of coffee, I like to say. And or you can do the membership, hop on the membership, which is $4.44 a month, or $44 for the year. And that's going to give you a lot more deeper information regarding your career, your finances, relationships, and of course your health. And we never know what's going to happen in those readings. The angels bring forth different things all of the time. And also you get specific action steps on what to do in the month, right? So each month you get those action steps. So that's really, really helpful to have, like, that sort of activity to do to help support you in the month. So check below if you're interested in that. There's a link below. You can check that out. In the meantime, have a wonderful month, Pisces. Much love to you.